All right, so Super Bowl Saturday. Um, Not too far away from the game. This is probably about 11 o'clock on Saturday evening. So here's like a 1979 rack pack for baseball. Mike Ivy. Let's see here. Okay, there's that. Dave Roberts. Pete Broberg. On the flip side, Mickey Mahler, Paul Dade. That one. And then you have Jim Willoughby. And then that's kind of the little thing that they have like an advertisement. And that one's going to be, was it 39 cards back then for only 59 cents? I believe it's Ozzie Smith is the key rookie in that one in 1980. Same thing. Casey Busby. Got Larry Bittner. Jim Anderson. This was 42 cards for 69 cents. There's that. And then on the flip side, you have Sparky Lyle. Wow, with the Rangers, not for the Yankees. Bob Shirley. Shirley, you must be joking. Let's stop calling me Shirley again. Fred Kendall. And Ricky Henderson is the key one of that one. And then we actually have a 1984 Topps football. So we have instant replay of Tony Collins. We have like a Chiefs team leaders, 1983. So this is 1984. Dan Marino. There's like that's going to be an insert. Like this going to be a sticker. So this is 1984. So it's like, what, 40 years? Carlos Carson. Dan Marino rookie card there. And Doug English. So I actually bought one of these a few years ago. Had Dan Marino rookie card on there. And it even had a John Elway rookie card. So maybe Magic will have them twice again. So cut this up here. And get to the packs. And let's see here. So the first stack, like I say, you have the Dave Roberts. You do that one. All right, Nolan Ryan. Bam, right off the bat. Yeah, Richard, that's another good one. He was a good fastballer. Jesus Alou. Actually, Jesus Alou. That's how you pronounce it. Ken Griffey Sr. Wow, so not too bad so far. Tom Verizer. Bill Robinson. Ron Pruitt. Pepe Frias. Cliff Johnson. Yeah, Larry Cox. Frank Tavares. And Jim Willoughby from the White Sox with they're kind of a black. I don't know if they did like, what year it was that they did their shorts. For a while there, they wore shorts during the 70s. Okay. So we got Pete Broberg, we knew that one. Butch Weiniger. Tucker Ashford. Lenny Randall. Alan Ashby. John Montefusco, the Count of Montefusco. Tom Seaver, that's a pretty good one too. Let's see here. Dale Alston, Rupert Jones, Tom Hutton, Glenn Abbott, Phil Garner, and Paul Dade. Okay, so that's that sack there. And now the final stack, see if we get the Ozzie Smith in there. There's not too many other than Ozzie. I mean, there's a few other ones, but nothing really. Mike Ivy, Gary Grote, and here's the prospects, Angels, Jim Anderson, Dave Frost, Bob Slater. I think about maybe Jim Anderson, maybe the only one. Dave Frost's name sounds familiar, but not really anybody of significance. Clarence Gaston, that's Cito Gaston. He was the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays for a while. I think he was in when they won the World Series in what year was it? Off of the Wild thing. And then there's the Twins prospects: Sam Perlazzo, Rick Littlefield, Kevin Stanfield, a bunch of nobodies. Sometimes they stood out, sometimes they didn't. Then Don Stanhouse with the afro. Dan Briggs. Wilbur Howard. Rafael Landis-Doy. And then these are the Giants ones. Greg Johnson, Joe Strain, John Tamargo. Bunch of nobodies. Rick Honeycutt. Let's see here. So that might, it's probably a second year card. I mean, it wasn't a dominant pitcher, but he had a pretty good career. Jim Barr. Yeah, so we're not going to get any Ozzie Smith as this one. Barry Bonnell and Mickey Mahler. All right, so that's 1979. Now to 1980. Let's see here. Let's see. This iPad is kind of. Hopefully I can get a tripod and kind of work it out. That's kind of my goal, is kind of work it out where it's above the shots, where some other people I see how they do it, and there's even another person I kind of listen to. They have like a picture of him and like a picture in picture. So let's see here. Okay. So Larry Bittner, Enos Cabell. That's kind of what their backs look like. Larry Harlow, Ed Kranepool. He had a pretty big career, long career. There it is. 62 to 1979 at least. Terry Poole, Gary Alexander, Chet Lemon, Clint Hurdle. He was a manager for a while too. Bob Boone, he had a pretty good career. Ryan Abbott. Ted Simmons, he's actually in Hall of Fame. He had a 1968, he went to probably about 1990 or so. Right around there. Skip Lockwood. Dave Parker, that's pretty good. So far, that's the best one, I think, so far. That's A. Frank White. Another one that's had an all-star career. Bob Shirley, and like saying, you must be joking, Shirley. Stop calling me Shirley. And now the next pack, and then here comes one of my kitties. Oh, come on, move. Let's go. Let's go. Ah. You never know what you're going to get. Either my dogs are barking, or we get cats coming up and hanging out. Yeah, so there's that Jim Anderson. That we got the rookie card from last time out. Oh. And another Ken Griffey Jr., Sr. Elvis Woods. Rick Dempsey. Butch Hobson. Dave Keenan, he was called King Kong. A lot of times it was either a strikeout or a home run for him. Like, so let's see here, had like 48 home runs. Average 288, that wasn't too bad. 266, 241 is his, at that point in time, was his, average. 115 RBIs, that's really good. Yeah, but look at all the teams I did. And then 77 Padres, Mets, Padres, Angels, Yankees. So, yeah, all right, there's an Ozzie Smith second year card. Not bad. Ken Singleton. So we didn't get a Ozzie Smith the first year. I mean, a rookie card, but got a second year card. Bump Wills. Greg Luzinski, Mark Ballinger, Sal Bando, Manny Seguin, Joe Rudy. Yeah, they signed with the Angels. Him and Don Baylor. I think there was another person. I remember now who it was. Oh, Bobby Grich, I think, was the other one. Oh, come on. Oh. So there's Sparky Lyle. Okay. So, last pack. See if we get a Ricky Henderson. Rookie card. No. Come on. You gotta get down. You gotta stay down. Okay. Steve Busby. And his Red Sox future stars. Joel Fitz, Michael Berry, and Chuck Rainey. Pretty much I think I don't call anybody on that one card. Tom Dixon. Fred Howard. Mike Barlow. No, come on, get down. Stay down. Jim Bibby. Omar Moreno and Willie Wilson, stolen base leaders. How many did they steal? Let's see here. So there's like 77 there. That's pretty big one. Willie Wilson won 4. Ricky Henderson now down there was like 33 for his rookie year. Rich Yale. Joe Coleman. Dan Petrie. Mike Prawley. We got highlights. Dale Unser's 3rd consecutive pinch homers. That's new big league standard. Big whoops. Mark Lee, and so yeah, so no Ricky Henderson. Bert Roberge, and then Fred Kendall. Okay, so that's that 1980 design. So like say Ozzie Smith and Ken Griffey, and then Dave Parker. That'd be the ones there that you'd say were the best ones. On that one. Okay, now it's like trying to get everything. I was gonna say there's Dan Marino there, so we know we've got a hit. Yeah, let's see which one do we want to put at last. So I'll do this one first. Okay, so it's Tony Collins, Frank Lewis, and then that's kind of the design, and then you'd have the back of it, like that, and then numbered up there, and a little comic. Jim Wilkes, Carl Roaches, Whalers, right now the tight ends. Rob Carpenter, Raphael Septien, Dave Butts, instant replay star Steve Barkowski, John Swain, George Farmer, Mike Bell, Stump Mitchell, instant replay of Todd Christensen, instant replay of Ozzie Newsome. Oh, two tight ends there that were pretty good. They had a pretty good career. Jerome Barkham. And then you have Denver Broncos team leaders. Steve Watson is receiving. Okay, there's a Phil Simms. That's probably was his 3rd, because 1980 was his first card. And we got Jim Plunkett with the Raiders. Carlos Carson. And I think let's do this one here. So there's like Dan Marino there. And that's kind of what I would say, like they're 311. So that's like an insert. Would kind of do those. So let's see, maybe put that there. Jim Breach. Art Monk, Bruce McNorton, gonna go Norton, William Judson, and then that's the Colts one with Curtis Dickey rushing. Joe Danilo, Scott Brunner for the Giants. Phil Simms, that was the one that, so he didn't do much. Let's see here, Tim's. So we got a few games in there. And there's Steelers rare with Franco Harris, the rushing leaders, receiving, interceptions, tackles, and then they have on the backside kind of all their games that they played and who they lost to or won. And see this replay of John Riggins, and that's kind of sort of the backside of those cards. And then you got Charlie Brown, Leroy Selman, Jim McMahon, and that'd be his second year. I think 1983 was his. Yeah, 1983 would be his first year card. Most times Topps would just, if you play the game, you get a card the next year. Like now, it's like they kit you all your college, and if you're to get drafted. There's Jim Collins. So things have kind of changed. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. Who knows? So receiving yards, really leaders. And let's see here. So you'd have the AFC there, or just the amount of receptions. So there's some good names there. And then you got Mark Duper, who was part of the Dolphins, Mark Clayton and Mark Duper, with Dan Marino. Oh, wow. Curtis Greer. So I might have like two Dan Marinos in this pack. Right? Besides, that one. And there's a Doug English. Wow, that's kind of pretty rare, I think, to have like a rack pack to find a duplicate card, that you have two of them. That's pretty good centering, it looks like, from what I can tell. That's not bad. Yeah, as I hit my iPad. So there's Chiefs Russian leaders, team leaders. And then, so we got Jim Breach. There's Art Monk. See, I like the centering is going to be bad on the bottom. Bruce McNorton. I've had that one before. William Judson. And there's Colts. I think we picked that one up before, right? Joe, yeah, so this now I'm getting like about three, maybe four, another fourth one, because I see Scott Brunner again. And then there's a Franco Harris again. So that's kind of a little bit odd, I'd say, to have John Riggins instant replay. There's another duplicate. Charlie Brown. Another duplicate. Leroy Selman, another duplicate. Oh my gosh. Jim McMahon, another duplicate. Jim Collins, another duplicate. Todd Christensen. Receiving leaders, another duplicate. Mark Duper, another duplicate. And Curtis Greer. And finally, the last duplicate, Dan Marino. So, anyhow, 2 Dan Marinos. A pretty good centering. I mean, maybe a little bit off on top and the bottom, but not bad. Anyhow, so no Ricky Henderson, no John Elway, 2 Dan Marinos, an Ozzie Smith second-year card, a Nolan Ryan, 2 Ken Griffey juniors, seniors, and Tom Seaver. There's that one. Phil Simms, and Dave Parker. So not too bad, you know? And a bunch of duplicates from the 1984 pack. Oh boy, that's crazy. Okay, well, have a good Super Bowl.